James from J.Mills Tuning. We're back today for another tuning session. This time it's with the Arial Atom. This one has a stock motor in it. It is a 2015 Civic SI engine swap, K-series. Just has a different cold air intake and a different exhaust to fit this chassis. That's the only differences, nothing else. But we're tuning it on the stock computer with Hondata Flashpro. I've done a couple of these. You can actually rent these at Virginia International Raceway. Rent them and drive them for the day. I don't know how it works, so don't quote me on nothing, but I just know they're for rent. Cool little setup. Done a couple of these. Here we are with another one. Water temperature is 162. Once that gets to about 180, we'll do a baseline pull. See where things set before we do any tuning. Alright, so what you just witnessed there was tire spinning. These tires are slick right now. Gotta get some heat in them. Let's solve that situation. Alright, first pull. This was a baseline. No tuning was done yet. We made 183 horsepower and 156 foot-pounds of torque. Our air fuels were pretty solid. We just had a little lean spot right here, but overall it ran pretty good. Smooth dyno graph. Let's see if we can pick some power up. Let's start the tuning session. Once again, we're going to be using Hondata Flashpro. Okay, we're uploading a tune file. Let's see where this gets us. This is pretty much a similar file to what was on the last Arial Atom I tuned for them. They all run the same motor setup for the most part. The last one did have a different intake on it. We will be trying a different intake on this one as well during the tuning session. Once this is done, we'll get into it. Alright, it's uploaded. Let's see how this runs. Have no idea how it's going to go. So far, so good. Okay, our water temperature has come up enough. Let's give it a run and see how this base map is. Like I say, this is a file from the last Arial Atom I tuned for them. They all have the same setup, so hopefully it's pretty close. At idle, it is a bit rich, but let's give it a drive. The drivability is okay. It is idling rich, and then looks like we go lean at wide open throttle a little bit. And everything in between looks okay. So I'm gonna try to address those two with an upload real quick, turn on some live tuning tables, and we will be back. All right, the Flashpro setup will not allow me to do any live tuning. Sometimes you can choose your live tuning tables. It just ain't working for me, so slow uploads it is. But we're warm enough. It looks like we can try a baseline pull. Our fueling at idle's better. I don't know about wide open throttle yet. Let's just try it. Okay, so our last pull was the green run, 192 horsepower and 164 foot-pounds of torque. Here's the differences in the graphs. Our air fuels did not read. We don't got no green line there. That's just our baseline run. What the hell? I see. Come unplugged. I'll throw a zip tie on that and she'll work in the future. That last run was 198 horsepower, 167 foot-pounds of torque. Made quite a few changes. Our air fuels still didn't read. I don't know what the hell's happened. I'll figure it out. Our water temp's warming up. It's been quite a few minutes since I've been on this job. Had to fix the wideband. We've changed the VTEC activation RPM, but not much else. I just want to make the same pull and see what our air fuels are on the dyno. I don't never really trust these stock O2 sensors. I always like to compare. Okay, our last pull was 200 horsepower and 168 foot-pounds of torque. I hit record pretty late, so we don't really know what happened. But we know 5,000 and beyond. That's it. Nothing before. But everything looked good. My wideband still didn't read. Jesus. Psych, it worked. Just had to click air fuel ratio number 2. I changed channels. Let's continue. All right, we have also learned that the radiator fan is not working. Engine started getting a bit hot. Diagnosed it a little bit, and we are not getting the power. I need to figure out how these things are wired. I don't know if they use a thermal switch to tell the fan when to turn on, or if the input just comes straight from the computer, turns the fan on. I don't know. Got to do some digging. But for now, we're going to continue the tuning and just use this fan right here and keep it cool. Keep an eye on the temp because it blows right into the hole. Goes to the radiator. right, the blue run was our last run. Made 200 horsepower again, 169 foot-pounds of torque. And with the wideband working, she's running lean down low. I did not get that on from the reading on the stock O2 sensor from the Flashpro. So I'm gonna address that and try again. It's needless to say that these tires don't ride the smoothest. They bounce a lot. That last pull was 201 horsepower, 166 foot-pounds of torque. I still need to address my air fuels right here. That last pull was 200 horsepower, 168 foot-pounds of torque. Our air fuels were much better. I don't know if you can see that orange line, but air fuels are kosher. She's consistent on power. We're using this AEM intake right now. The customer wants me to try this RAM intake over here. We're gonna give it a shot. That filter hooks up per usual, and it sits right here. In the end, it would say right here, RAM air. We're just gonna hook the filter up and make a pull. It's not gonna get any RAM air on the dyno. Okay. The AEM intake is disconnected. This one's hooked up. We're just gonna let that sit there, because ultimately it's gonna do no different on the dyno if it was fully installed. Okay, our last two pulls are up. That last one with the intake swap was 191 horsepower and 164 foot-pounds of torque. Here's our before and afters. Falls off hard up top with that different intake on. I'm gonna say the AEM's better. So she's definitely gonna stick around. There is a chance that this one works better on the track, but when it's got RAM air going into it, but we won't know because I can't simulate that right here. That's a wrap for this one, guys. Our final results are 200 horsepower, 168 foot-pounds of torque. We started with 183 horsepower and 156 foot-pounds of torque. Here's our before and afters. See you guys next time.